Hello everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron, where we are currently in a bit of a weird situation again. I know I start this series with that a lot, but I have been looking around in between episodes a little bit, and I've discovered we have 135,000 troops in garrison right now. So we need to definitely get ourselves some garrison troops from our subject states yet again. So some of these, like, I don't think these guys are technically subject states. Yeah, they would not currently give us that because they don't have the manpower. Fair enough. They don't actually have to be subject. They just have to be within our faction. So let's see if, like, these guys would give us some. Nope. These guys would, though. And so we'll do that, and we'll see if that's enough. I'm kind of doubting it, so maybe we'll see if we can get some from over here. No. Maybe some from over here. These guys seem to have stopped spamming out troops, so that's not really going to be a thing. Okay. Where else might we want to get some? Maybe Greater Finland? Nope, they don't have any. Maybe like these guys over here? No. No. Okay. No. Okay. Well, we could see if this is enough. Maybe Nationalist Spain would. No. Oh, 1.26 million from the Argentine League. That should be enough. Okay. So this should start filtering out of our garrisons, and the reason that I discovered that was because I was checking in on our rebellion region over here that is basically always going to be rebelling because it's got all of these independence promised that I don't have any idea how we could possibly get rid of. And we don't appear to be able to actually release them as like a subject nation until after the war is over, so I think it's just going to continue happening. But the reason that this is because that effect scaled by 53% due to garrison fulfillment. So we just didn't have enough garrison troops over here. Now you can see that our garrison is dropping dramatically, and that should be filtering into other locations, which is very good. Now we are currently focused on the Eastern Front. This is where we're making the most of our gains right now, and we have reworked these lines over here, and that is great. We're very pleased about this. How are we doing in the air war over here? So you can definitely see we've moved in a lot of planes over here, and the reason that we have managed to do this is, of course, because we have all of this manpower that's come in from our garrisons. And also, it's 1 April, so we just got another manpower bump. So that's great. I do want to move these guys over here. I don't think that the Russian Far East is that big of a deal at this point. But I do want to bump these up to 1,000. There we go. We'll get those filtered in. They'll require a lot of manpower to make that happen, for sure. But this is all looking reasonably good over here. We've got good air coverage in these areas. We do not have what we need in Manchuria yet, but we can definitely work on that. The Russian Far East, we're working on it kind of, but I'm mostly not focused on this because there's only this area and these couple of areas that is technically within the Russian Far East. I would rather take air control over Manchuria right now. Now, the next question is, do we want to do additional nukage along this front? And I think the answer is not at this exact moment. I think right now, all we're going to do is... there goes all of that manpower just instantly. But I think right now, all we're going to do... yeah, that went into our air wings over here. That's great. All we're going to do over here is check in on this. Yeah, that's only 800 airplanes that can be launched from here. So we definitely need to bump this up if we can. Well, we can increase this, I guess. We need to check our anti-air over in this area and see... apparently we don't have access to this state, but that's okay. We need to check in there and see what we can get to shoot down some of their planes. We can also check our radar coverage, I suppose. And we don't really have the greatest of radar coverage over here. So we might want to build at least a little bit. I don't know that we're going to need too much more than that. You can see our coverage over here is kind of reasonable as is, but we'll call that good for right now. And then I want to go through and check the airbase repair levels. Yeah, so these air bases are going to need a good amount of repair. I think I'm going to max the repair of any air bases that are not damaged, or that are damaged rather, in the world, as well as any actual anti-air. That's going to be what we'll prioritize for right now. So air bases and anti-air is going to be the top priority. That is very, very important to us at this moment. We want to get these repaired as quickly as possible. Not all of them are going to be useful at this exact moment, but we don't necessarily know when they might become super useful, and having air superiority is, of course, mega important. So we're going to do this. Fantastic. And if they're not important, then they'll just get repaired and we'll move on. It's not a big deal. They should get repaired quite quickly, in fact. Mongolia needing 10 levels of repair. Yeah, we definitely need to get some of these repairs done. No doubt about that. So that's going to become a top priority for right now. And we will continue grinding our way through Asia here. That's our primary goal at this moment. Fuel refinery isn't that big of a deal right now. We're not having any fuel crunches, so I'm not going to prioritize that at this moment. But there we go. That's going to be a lot of repair work, and that is going to delay some of this stuff down here. I understand that. That's fine. So we'll tick forward for now, and in locations where we see that we are losing, we could theoretically get ourselves some nukes in some of these locations. I mean, there's a location like this one that we can nuke. We can't nuke all of these, though. And many of our troops are still in motion here. So this front line is going to be in flux for a little bit because we were setting some stuff up. So that's fine for right now. Now these guys are thinking about attacking over here. And when can they launch this? They can launch this at any moment. Let's just go ahead and do it. These guys are in Naval Invasion support, so hopefully we can get this. We also have these two unassigned brigades here. We're going to toss one tank brigade here and another tank brigade here. Wonderful. So we'll see how this invasion ends up going. And we are expecting to start running into a bit of a brick wall over here. That said, we've made a lot of progress in a short amount of time over here. And I want to continue that. Unfortunately, the main reason that we made that progress was because we were lobbing just tons of nukes. And we're going to need to slow down on the nukes here in a bit. But I think the nukes may have got us the advantage that we need. So you can see here, we are not necessarily succeeding this, although it's currently undecided. They're pretty entrenched here. Now, we could probably get air superiority here quite easily. Yeah, we definitely could. Apparently, air wings don't have coverage out here. But they can reach here, here, or here. But they can't reach here. Okay, that's interesting. I expected them to have some coverage. And also, is it just me, or is this circle off-center? The circle is centered, like, here. Not on the actual airbase. Okay. What happens if we move these bombers up here? The bombers can work out here. But the fighters can't. Okay. I mean, these are jet bombers. They have a really wide range, right? But that's still kind of interesting. That does give us air superiority here, though. And that means that if we had strategic bombers over here, which I don't believe we do. Actually, we do have strategic bombers in range. That means we can nuke this. Excellent. So let's drop a couple nukes there while we're retreating. There we go. And we'll hop back over here. These guys are going to need to be reassigned to this. But we are going to have them go basically right away because the nukes are going to do the work here. We do have an unassigned division over here, which should definitely go into the Arabian Coast Guard. The Arabian Coast Guard is going to be responsible for dealing with the inevitable rebellion over here. So that is going to be something we'll need to be concerned about. Okay. So these guys are hopping back onto the shore and recovering a bit. And then they'll go again here in a moment. But for now, let's check in on what's going on the Asian front. Specifically on the air war on the Asian front. We have nobody in the Russian Far East. That's to be expected. In Manchuria, things are going, I think, fairly reasonably. I mean, they're intercepting a lot of our planes right now, but I feel like that's okay. Yeah, I feel like that's fine. So we want to continue to push in over this way, of course, and we're not seeing any major issues in terms of forces comparison, so I'm not too concerned about that. Let's go ahead and launch this invasion again over here. And what is our next target going to be after this falls? It will definitely be this island over here. That's the American Union directly that holds that. There's also this one over here. And this one down here. So all of those will need to be taken over. And these over here as well. And then we can start thinking about grabbing some of this territory, invading Australia, things like that. That should be fine. Ooh, look at this. We are losing this defense over here. We're getting pushed back slightly. And I think that's just due to how weak this unit is. I think that's fine. As long as we're not really getting pushed back elsewhere, which currently we're not. Okay, so we're going to make our way up over here, and we're just waiting to see if they still have units. They do. We're going to drop a nuke. Kaboom. And that means we'll take it. Fantastic. Okay, this is a month tick going on here, I think. Actually, we just take that. Sure. So at this point, we are going to want to attack over here. So these guys are going to have to start planning another naval invasion. The question is, do they actually have any troops here? Let's send a scouting expedition of this guy. He's going to naval invade from here to here. And the rest of these, we're just going to select all as soon as we're done with this autosave. Deselect this, and then we will naval invade. I mean, this is the same sea zone, so from here to here, like that. Okay, so they'll be prepping that, but we'll have this scouting unit just in case. Okay, on this Asian front, things are starting to turn a little bit against us, I feel like. That said, we don't have air superiority over Central Asia right now, because they're not performing their mission. Okay. I feel like they're supposed to perform day and night, but sure, whatever. We should get it back in a moment. Over Manchuria, things are still needing to be developed over here. I mean, we're still working on some of these areas. We could put in another wing over here. We don't have the manpower to create one, unless I manage to time a pause correctly. Maybe. Oh, hello. That's only 40%. Okay. I'm colorblind, so I had a hard time seeing that difference. But it is definitely yellow, not green. That's fine. So we're just trying to pause here with some level of manpower in the tank. There. 8.6k. That'll do. So we're going to create ourselves another wing of Fighter 3s over here. And we're going to, of course, toss in 1,000 of those, and they are going to air superiority over Manchuria. Once they actually get their manpower sorted out, of course. And you can see here, forces have shifted a bit. So we definitely want to think about nuking along one of these fronts. So we'll just nuke over here and see about getting ourselves some solid gains that way. I don't want to nuke too heavily right now. And that's because our nuke count is dropping. So we'll just nuke over here once and see what happens. Now, a lot of this might be because our forces are redeploying because we redrew the lines recently. But even so, I want to just hit this front pretty hard here and do a lot of damage to it. Okay. There we go. And let's check in over here. We can have this guy go whenever, but we're going to need to move these guys from here over to here. There we go. And this guy can go ahead and execute when he's ready. In fact, he is going now. So we'll see if there's any units there. If there are, he will join in to this order. Excellent. If there aren't, he'll just take that, and we'll delete this order and not have to wait for it, which is absolutely fine. War support. Hey, that's something that we can do. So we can do political power minus 75. Excellent. And then we can do our war support of 12, and the next time we can do that would be, let's see here, May to June. So June, July, August. So I think September 1980, something like that. So it will be... No, that's not right at all, is it? I think it would be August. So 13 August 1980. Fantastic. We're up to 40% war support. It's improving. Are there any enemies on this island? No. It's just free. Excellent. That's what we were hoping to see. So now we're going to plan a naval invasion for this guy from this island down to this island, and we'll see if that's free. And then the rest of these, they're going to forget about these orders. And they're also going to plan a naval invasion, this time from here to here. Okay. So they'll get started on that, and if this guy is able to succeed, then we will cancel this order, and we'll grab a different one. Probably from here to here. I like it to be within the same sea tile. That's usually fairly helpful. Okay. Things are looking semi-reasonable here. This is the Republic of Tibet that we don't care about. And this front line is shortening. This is very, very good for us. We do need more reinforcements over here. Down to 31% war support now. Mostly enemy bombing. Fair enough. Let's double check our other areas. Make sure that nothing horrible has happened. Oh, look at that. I really, really wish it gave notifications when this happened. We knew this was coming. But I really wish it gave notifications. So we're going to tell this guy to head north into Beirut and Damascus. We're going to tell this guy to grab this territory here and then head over like this. They don't have any troops, so in theory, that should handle it. Oh, actually, there's a victory point over here. So we'll do that. And then this guy will head up to this victory point. Okay. So in theory, that should handle this rebellion. We'll see. This guy's just cruising on that railroad. Okay. I like it. How are we doing over here? Has this guy launched? Maybe. Where is he? No divisions assigned. Did he die? Yeah, he died. Okay, so we'll just assign this guy to it, I guess. I didn't expect that to die, but okay. Lebanon has capitulated. No shocker there. And Syria will go very quickly as well. Yep, this should be just fine. I do wish that it gave us notifications when this was happening, but it does not. It's just on you to discover it, I guess. Very strange. And it also seems to take the Coast Guard with it or something. Let's see. I'm not sure. I didn't notice what the previous number was. I'm not sure if they teleport away or if they just disappear or what. But there we go. That's capitulation. And let's get these guys back into their positions. They should be rooting out resistance here, here, and here. Okay. And all of these need to be changed as well over to brutal oppression. So we'll do that. Even that's not enough to stop this, though. It's kind of insane. So I think that's all of the states in question. Yep. Excellent. And again, that's all because of the independence promised here. That it is just spammed in, and I don't know who spammed it. I don't think it was us. I don't even know how to promise some independence. I don't know what's going on with that, if I'm honest. Okay, navally speaking, how are we doing over here? Looks okay, I guess. Sure. And we'll launch this as soon as we can. Oh, he's actually already launching. Fantastic. I don't know if the other one got intercepted by submarines or what happened. These guys are just docked in Madagascar. They're not helping, but that's fine. It's quite possible that it got intercepted by submarines, I think. Ooh. That was spicy. We were at maximum stronger, and now we're at maximum weaker. Okay. Well, that indicates that we should definitely think about doing a line of nukes here. Let's see here. We don't have air superiority in, like, any of this right now? No, we do. Maybe just let it tick a bit. There we go. Not enough air superiority? Not enough. Okay. Well, we can nuke Western China. That's an option. Apparently we can't. No, we don't have the air superiority down here. We just need to work on that, apparently. 64%. Right. Okay, that's fine. I mean, these guys really should be moved up towards the front. There aren't any air bases up here, though, really. So that's a slight problem. We may want to think about construction of air bases in newly acquired locations. Like this over here. These down here. Yeah. Something along the lines of that should help. Excellent. And let's see what was going on here. This guy's still on his way. Okay. We'll find out if there's any enemies here. I feel like there are, because I feel like the last guy probably shouldn't have gotten stack wiped unless he got intercepted by... Well then. I guess he got intercepted by a sub. Okay, sounds good. No enemies here. So these guys are going to forget about their orders, and they are instead going to come up here. So we're going to do a naval invasion order from here to here, and we'll get that started. And then this guy, he's going to naval invasion order from here to here on his own and get that started. Once again, as a scouting operation, just to see if there's anybody there. So we're making our way through the Indian Ocean here. There is this little patch of American Union over here that we could take. There's some stuff over here, and then we start to get into the Pacific, where there's a lot of American Union stuff. But that's fine. We are definitely making good progress into Asia here. This is going quite well indeed. So we will continue this, and we do have nuke power in this region now. Not down here, but we do up here. So let's just go through and do a line of nukes and get some progress here in Asia. That will be fantastic. They can't keep this up, in all honesty. We kind of can't either, but our nuke count is about even at this point, and that's good. So yeah, we definitely need to make sure that we are hitting these guys as hard as we can. We would love to see a capitulation up here, actually. That would be amazing. And then we've got the modern tank brigades here. They need to reinforce some of these armies. There we go. And off they go. So as far as this invasion goes, we're going to need to wait, of course, for this guy to get to his position, but that's fine. That'll be more of a next episode sort of thing. It is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode we will continue to push along the Asian front here and hopefully get ourselves some proper air superiority. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.